Hello, welcome to a new week of home learning. So I hope that you had a really good week last week with Mrs. Diplock, and I hope that you're all doing really well. And those of you who I haven't seen, I hope you had a really lovely Christmas. It does feel like a long time ago now though. So for phonics this week, you will have me today teaching you Monday's lesson, and then the rest of the week will be Miss Crawley teaching you phonics. So let's begin. Now phonics is going to be a little bit different now. We're looking less at sounds and more about different ways that we can learn to spell. So today we're looking at different strategies that we can use to remember how to spell words. So the first strategy is syllables. Now let me read out. To learn my word, I can listen to how many syllables there are so I can break it down into smaller bits to remember. Now have a listen to this word, September. I'll say it a bit slower, September. Now there are 3 syllables in that. I'm going to use my hands to show you where the syllables are. So we've got September, September. Not 3 sounds, those are 3 syllables. I'm breaking up into different parts. So one way that you can do this, have a go at doing this at home, put your hand underneath your chin and say the word September. How many times does your chin go down? I can feel mine go down 3 times. September. I can feel it going up and down 3 times. So those, each time your mouth moves, is a different syllable. So in our writing, we can use that to help us to remember what needs to go in the word. So another example is the word baby. So baby. I can feel it going down 2 times. There are 2 syllables. So I need to make sure that I include baby in my word. The sounds for bay and bee. Another strategy that we can use to remember is root words. Now a root word, for example, is in the word smiling. We have the root word smile. So smile becomes smiling. And in untidy, the root word is tidy, which becomes untidy. So sometimes if I wanted to spell the word smiling, in order to try and remember how to spell the word smiling, I would try and remember that root word smile. So if I know how to spell smile, that's going to help me to then spell smiling. So the same with untidy. If I want to spell untidy, let me remember the root word, tidy. I know how to spell tidy. All I need to do now is add un to it. Another strategy for remembering your spelling is called analogy. Now, this is when we learn our words, we can use words that we already know to help us. So, for example, if you know how to spell could, you could also work out how to spell would and should. So have a look on the screen, those 3 words in green, that's could, would and should. Do you notice that all those words, other than the first letter, the rest of the word is spelt the same. So if you know how to spell one of those words, then you can spell the rest of those words. Another example is the word come and the word some. As spelled C-O-M-E and S-O-M-E. So if you know how to spell some, you could also have a go at spelling the word come. And last of all, another strategy is mnemonics. Now this is when you use a sentence to help you remember how to spell a word. Now there's an example on the screen. I think I'm covering it, sorry. There's an example on the screen though of people. Now it says people eat orange peel like elephants. People eat orange peel like elephants. Bit of a strange sentence, but helpful to remember how to spell people. People eat orange peel like elephants. Have a look at those green letters at the beginning of those words. If you put those green letters together, it makes the word people. So it helps us, if I wanted to remember when I was writing how to write people, I could think to myself, people, and I write P, eat, I write the letter E, orange, I write the letter O, peel, I write the letter P, L, like, I write the letter L, and elephant, I write the letter E. So it helps me remember which letters to write in my sentence. Now, I know that lots of you, when writing the word because, also use mnemonics in that. You might use big elephants can always use small elephants. So lots of different ones like that. But there's an example on the screen if you want to learn how to spell people. Now, moving on now, I would like you to have a go at writing the words that come up on the screen. So you can either pause the video or use the time as I'm talking now to write the word keep. So we can sound that one out. K-E-P, keep. The next word is last. So remember, that's not last, although some people would say it last, but lots of us say last. L-A-S-T. Last. So have a go at writing that one down as well. Even and before. So make sure you've got all of those words written down. Can you have a go at sound buttoning those words as well? So here are the memory strategies for spelling again. So remind yourself of these. We've got syllables when we break down a word. We've got the root word, and we've got analogy where we already know how to spell one word that sounds similar so we can spell it the same way. And then also mnemonics when we can make up a sentence to help us spell a word. So using these words now that you've written down, have a think. Which of these memory strategies might help you? Now I've got some ideas. For the word keep, I might want to use an analogy of the word sleep. So I know how to spell sleep, sleep, sleep. Now that's S-L-E-P, sleep. And keep has the same ending as sleep. So I can now use what I already know to help me spell the word keep. K-E-P. K-E-E-P. For the word last, I might want to use a mnemonic. I might want to come up with a sentence. So I might come up with little angry snake trips. Bit of a strange sentence, but helpful to help me spell the word last. Little angry snake trips. And for the word before, I might use the syllables before. My mouth moves twice, so I know there's two syllables in before. But also that first syllable, be, I already know how to spell the word be because that's the word I know. So I can put be at the beginning and then add the extra syllable before and then write for. So have a think. You might want to write it down on your piece of paper, what might help you. Now we are going to move on to the next part of phonics, and this is similar to what you did last week with Mrs. Diplock in English on Friday. Now we looked at how to make our present tense verbs be past tense verbs. Now just a recap of what it means to talk about something in the past. Now that's something that's already happened, so it might be something that happened yesterday or something that happened last week, or we've got it twice there, or when I was in reception, or when I was a baby, or when I was in Bumblebee class, or when I was in Ladybird class. Those are all things that have happened in the past. They're not happening now in the present, and they're not happening in the future. You're not going to go back into Ladybird or Bumblebee class. Those are things that have already happened. So today we are looking at how to make present tense verbs, which means things that are happening now, be past verbs. So let's have a look at these verbs. So we've got the word look. Show me your looking action. We are looking. We've got the word talk. Show me your talking action. Talk, 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 talk. And we've got the walk verb. Can you show me your walking action? So we've got these present tense verbs, look, talk, and walk. Now I'm writing about something that's already happened. I'm not going to say, yesterday I look for the cat, That doesn't make sense. I'm not going to say, last week I talked to my friend. Those aren't what I would say. I need to change these verbs into past tense verbs so that my sentence can make sense. So for these 3 words here that all end in the letter K, have a look, I am going to add ed onto the end. Now that's going to change my verbs, my doing words, so that they can become past tense verbs. So look, have a think. What do you think look is going to become? We don't say yesterday I look. We say yesterday I looked. Now they do sound very similar, but when we write them, we must remember to write ed on the end. Yesterday I looked for my cap. And the word talk becomes, last week I talked to my friends. Now have a think, what do you think walk is going to become? Look at how look became looked, talk became talked. What's walk going to become? Show me your walk in action. Walk is going to become walked. Well done. We add ed onto the end. So look at all those words. We've added ed onto the end so that they're now past tense verbs, things that have already happened. Now, have a think of these words. You can pause the video here if you want to, but I will put them up now with what they would become if they were past tense verbs. So we've got listened, played, cooked, and boiled. Can you write your own past tense sentence? Have a go now. I'm going to give you 2 sentences to help you out if you want. So I've got, last week I cooked pizza for dinner. It would be very silly if I said, last week I cooking pizza for dinner, or I cooked pizza for dinner. Another sentence, yesterday Molly and Charlotte played at the park. It would be a bit silly if I said, yesterday Molly and Charlotte were playing at the park, or yesterday Molly and Charlotte play at the park. I need to make sure that I'm making that verb, the doing word, past tense. So yesterday Molly and Charlotte played at the park. So there's a couple of sentences to help you out. I would like you to have a go now writing at least 1 sentence that is in the past tense. Okay, hope that's all right. See you later maybe for our catch up on our live session. Bye bye.